guys, welcome back to another video. Apologies for sort of length of time that's passed since one of these videos has gone up. I've just been very busy, but yeah, let's crack on with it. Basically, as some people might know, I've been trying to sort of modernise my layout so I can sort of incorporate modern sort of engines and sort of diesels and sort of modern infrastructure, as well as old heritage steam, as I've sort of got an interest in both, and I found, well, I sort of thought that the best way to do that would be maybe to set the layout in modern sort of times, and then sort of have like heritage engines, like the steam engines and stuff come in. That way I could have both sort of interests sort of taken care of. So my attempt to sort of modernise, I've purchased this, which is like a washer plant for like coaches and sort of diesels and stuff like that. This was mainly just to try and make a sort of TMD sort of area. So I think this is sort of a good first purchase towards that. I've also, if I pick these up, I've picked up some Backman people. The permanent way workers are down here. I've just been sticking some blue tack on the feet of the people, just to sort of get them ready for the video. And the trackside workers I've already actually stuck down there, but I'll show you that in a minute. So I've taken the washer sort of plant out of the box. Just a sort of heads up, this is product code, as you can see down there, 44002. I believe there is another sort of more, I guess, updated maybe washer plant out there. As you can see, this one was £27, but I think there's another one which has a slightly sort of different sort of design. There's something on top, I think, that's different, and a maybe like a gauging thing that goes in front or something like that. But this one is pretty much identical. It was the one that was in my model shop. But I've also noticed when sort of researching the sort of TMDs and other sort of areas like that, that a lot of the time they actually have two sort of sequentially. I don't know the reasoning. There must be one that puts like soap or something on and the other one washes off. But so I might well sort of end up getting the other one as well, just to sort of make it look more realistic. But yeah, here's the sort of basis of it. It's obviously a bit difficult to sort of show you all inside, but you can see the sort of the rollers, sort of like a car wash in there. Other than that, it's a pretty sort of basic sort of design, but it's very well finished. These handrails and all the ladders. So yeah, let's go put everything on and see how it all looks. Okay, so here's the first lot of sort of personnel that I've got. I've sort of tried to, as I've mentioned before, the first sort of radius, inside radius on my track is pretty much redundant at the moment, as it is first radius and I don't really have anything that can really run on it. So I thought I'd put them sort of here on the main line, sort of doing some work here. And I've also got a Network Rail transit van sort of in there, and so they're sort of in the middle, I guess, of the main line, well, on the side of the main line, and sort of going up into the sort of engine sort of sheds over here. I have added these signals. These are just sort of some old Hornby ones. I've got one over there as well. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how they look. Obviously the high vis makes them stand out quite well, and with the sort of transit van over there, it's just a bit more realistic, really. In terms of the washer plant, I've decided to put it in here. Originally I was thinking of putting it sort of along here, you know, like, because normally you see them sort of, I don't know, you'd see them at the front of sort of some sidings, I guess, and they would pull the train sort of through. But I don't really have sidings long enough for that, and as you can see, it's very close to the edge of the baseboard here and to that track. So it wouldn't really have fitted unless it was back here, and I don't even think it would have really worked back there either. So I've stuck it over here. Obviously it's got the Flying Scotsman in it at the moment, but that's just because that engine was on that line at the time. But I'll move it around at some point, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good though in there. obviously I'm hoping to at some point have a new layout which I can build, and I can sort of properly design it to fit in all these things properly. But yeah, overall pretty pleased. I haven't run anything through it, but it was pretty tight getting over the top of that engine, so I don't know if I'm going to have to sand around the sort of edges of this sort of, I don't know how well you can see this, it's got a sort of metal plate that's being cut in the sort of shape of the outline of like a train, or you know, sort of how like the curvature like of a tunnel sort of entrance or something like that on each side, and those are very sort of tight, so I'm not sure if I'm going to have to sort of file that down just to give it a bit more sort of clearance. But other than that, that would be the only sort of, I guess, small little complaint, but I guess it makes it a bit more realistic. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think the whole sort of look is coming together. I've put in these lampposts here as well, which I pre-drilled the holes a long time ago. I've also put in these sort of lamps as well along the streets, just in case I haven't mentioned that in a previous video. I do have some for the station, but they're a bit more complex. That is also new there, the Windhof, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the MPV. There's going to be a video coming up shortly. I'm still editing and finalising that. But yeah, over here I've put the permanent way workers. I'm not 100% sort of certain on the sort of positioning of them yet, and I need to work out. I'll probably run the HST or something round just to make sure I've got enough clearance between this mainline sort of curve and the people. But yeah, I've sort of got these guys here working on some track and some ballast, and then we've got this guy here with, actually I'll come around the other side. He's got the, I can't remember, oh, and he's just fallen over. I'll show you him up close instead. He's got this sort of, the little stick thing. I can't remember the sort of technical name that surveyors use, and we got this sort of, the equipment sort of up there, with this guy just down there, yeah. So I'm not sure if I'll keep this sort of orientation, but I was tempted to put them over with those group of people as well, but I thought I'd try and spread it out a bit and add a bit more sort of little scenes further sort of all around the layout, try and spread it out a bit. I've got these little TPO accessories, which is also in another upcoming video, so I'll talk a bit more about them later on. But I've also added these sort of trees over here and over there as well. So there's been quite a bit sort of added recently. As I said, I'm trying to sort of modernise it a bit. It was originally set sort of in the steam era, which my predominant sort of interest probably still lie, but I'm starting to get a bit more interested in the modern sort of scene, and sort of wanted to try and encompass both if possible. So yeah, this is my attempt to do so, and hopefully I can sort of manage the balance as well as I can. I'm more trying to add little bits of detail. I'm not really sort of in the mood to do anything major. It would more be adding little bits of infrastructure like that, or people, just to make it look a bit more realistic. I need to sort of potentially finish off this area. But yeah, other than that, those are the sort of additions. I have added this track maintenance sort of little carriage there, which does supposedly clean the rails, but I've had that for a long time and just hadn't had it out. So yeah, hopefully you sort of enjoyed this. There'll be a lot of photos up on my Instagram. If you haven't followed me on there already, be sure to go over and check that out. It's the same at JB's Trains. But yeah, thanks again for watching. There's going to be quite a few more videos coming up in the next few weeks. I've got quite a few planned after being away for so long. But yeah, thanks again for watching. And like and subscribe, because yeah, like I said, there's a lot coming, and I appreciate all the support.